Hello, little Smokies. Hope you're all having a great day today. It's about to be an interesting one, so buckle in because shit, the drama factory has opened up. So first things, before we get into anything, I want to say thank you to Glitches for becoming a Lil Smoky, Weena Maria Leah for becoming a Glizzy General. We also got Glitter Farts, who became a Hot Dog Gang member, and Turtle Kate, who became a Hot Dog Gang member. Thank you guys so much. So for those of you guys who don't know, shit has definitely heated up, very interestingly between me and I guess the LCU in general, because I don't really know how this situation blew up to the point that it seems like every show over there has been talking about it from what I've heard. So let's go ahead and just jump into things. So for those of you guys who were not here on the episode the other day, this all started with Rosie coming into my chat, upset that I said I would no longer be supporting any of the shows in the LCU. I would no longer be supporting Glass after Keem got his hands all over it like a little puppet, which you could tell he did because they had been making it the Amber show for the past couple episodes. Well, Amber had just come back. They spent 2 hours talking about her. And I mean, let's be real. Who told us to talk about Amber on Glass more than anybody? Mr. Keemstar. So, figured we might as well just get that out the way so you guys are aware. Also, everybody, I want you to say a huge happy birthday in the chat to Miss River. It is her birthday today, and wish Mel Raffle a happy belated if you didn't hit her birthday yesterday. I meant to say something on stream, but my brain's been everywhere. So, huge happy birthday to you both. My mouth is hella dry, so if I be doing the whole slipping over my tongue today, you know why. Oh, we got Fusion. Thank you for the 5 Hot Dog Gang gifted members. I would read the Snipes today, but I got a lot to get through, so let's go ahead and get straight the fuck into it, y'all. So, I happened to hear...
Motherfucker.
Thank you. Just call me Autumn. Said if you need an extra mod, I got you. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely will. If we do. But anywho, so let's go ahead and jump into everything. So she came into my chat the other day. We got into a disagreement because she was upset with the way that I was speaking about Glass. If you guys missed that stream, you can go back and check it out, but I'll just give you a rundown of the things that I had to say. I said I was not really cool with the fact that she was coming into my chat to do that, considering the fact that she had been talking shit about me. We hadn't really spoked, and I will get into why we hadn't spoke here in a second, but we'll start where everything actually starts. I'm just catching you up. So then... I also called out the fact that I was not okay with the way she treated Soph on the stream. For those of you who don't know, Soph has already made it apparent what her situation was for leaving. Not going to keep rehashing it. If you know, you know. If you don't, sure, you can find out somewhere. The way that she was spoken about, I think, is disgusting considering her reason for leaving. Especially as a woman, there should be some sort of empathy given for... and grace given for a situation.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Thank you so much, a beer 30 clop for the $9.99. So I just feel if it's a situation that serious, she would want grace. And she's wanted grace for less, but let's go ahead. Let's just get right the fuck into things. So, let's just start with the streams that she was on, because I will directly just respond to things as it comes up. I've got screenshots. I've got my side of the things, because she wants to say that I've said things I haven't. So we'll just show what was actually fucking said. What the fuck? Why is it broken? Hold up. Huh. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's okay, because I got another way to do it. Uno moment. Sorry, I had it linked for me and my hyperlink broke. That happens sometimes. Alright. So let's start with this stream that happened over on Lolcow Cash. So apparently, I heard that there was some discourse back and forth in the Discord. There were screenshots of it but none of it really matters compared to what actually happens when she comes up on the screen. So let's just get into all of it and start here. And if you guys have any questions at any point, feel free to ask. I might have to resize that. Yeah, I had a feeling it was all weird from the other day. My bad. There we go.
I know I have like 10 minutes. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah,
What happened?
no. She told me that if because she was contemplating leaving for a little minute. Whatever, fine, sure. She told me that that day we got like a low. It was the first of the month, and
Okay.
normally the first of the month is like really
It was the first of the month. I've always said it. Even when I was in the LCU, if I was gonna leave, it was gonna be on the first of the
good for
month.
us. We did terrible. And so she hit me up and was like,
It
I'm
was
maybe
bad.
ready to just go now, because she had been like hinting at the idea and shit. And she wanted me to go with her. I had just fully relapsed.
Okay, so we're bringing that up again. Let's keep going.
And I told her that on Sunday.
Okay.
And that next day, Monday, I was like, bro, I'm not in like a good mental spot to be even discussing this. Financially, I cannot risk a check.
That's what you said? Really?
I can't do that. And she was like, don't even worry about it. I'm sorry, Ariel. Talk about it again.
Okay, so did you talk about her like a dog in BC?
So let's stop there. Because there was a few things that she said. Let's just take a look. Let's just put it all out there now. Let's switch this over to Discord. Here we go. All right. So these screenshots might be a little bit small. Here, I'll make them a little bit bigger. Boom. I wish I could just, can I crop that? Like, will it just let me crop it? No? Okay, whatever. So we're gonna have to have it, like, looking all weird like that. Sorry, my bad. Anyways. So I'm gonna go over our entire text thread from the day of June 1st. We're not gonna play this game. Let's get right into it. Monday, June 1st. Texted her before the stream, said, hey Pookie, how you feeling? She ended up just calling me. We got ready for the stream later when she woke up. There we go. Oh wait, well you can see she didn't wake up till 1. I said, call me when you're ready. Don't forget to start with the gist track. I can't remember if she actually ended up calling me before the stream or not, but as you can see, she did not wake up for the stream that we had at 2 p.m. till 1 p.m. 1:18 or 1:16 to be exact. Just want to be very clear about that.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Haven't been online in 3 weeks. Feel like the meme walked into a room on fire carrying pizza, but glad I get to watch you live again.
Glad to see you, cool cat. This does literally feel like the dog being like, this is fine and everything's on fire, especially if you, like, have not tuned in. Like, if you were gone for, like, a few weeks at all and you've just come back, you're probably confused as hell, but buckle in. So then I say, so after the stream, I say, I've decided I'm leaving tonight. And I texted her that at 9:34 p.m. Now, let me be clear. We had a call before that at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want me to grab the actual timestamp for the call, I'll grab it, I'll show it, whatever. But we had a call. It was around 6:30, and I know that because I was going home from the dispensary, okay? The dispensary closes at 8. So I had to have gone at 6:30 because I also got dinner from Panera, which also closes at 8. So I had to do all of these things in the span of the phone call that I had with her. I told her how I was feeling. I'll be real with you guys. Yes, I absolutely did say Glass had not been doing as good monetarily. And for me, splitting that money was not it anymore. On top of that, I wasn't having fun in the LCU. It literally just felt like a drag every single day. Most of the phone calls that we had were just felt miserable every morning, like leading up to the show because of a lot of the shit that was just happening. Ever since the day when like Keem came into the show, you guys felt it. The energy shift was off. So it was not a secret that I was leaving. And we had talked previous to this about me leaving on the 1st in multiple group chat phone calls, okay, with two other people, Psych and Danny, and they can back me up on the fact that she knew that we had always talked about leaving on the 1st. Originally, it was July 1st. Did I end up leaving sooner than that? Yes. Yes, I did. That might be the only part that she could be blindsided by. Now, also, I did want to say thank you for Shraza Mill for gifting 1 whole membership. Very appreciated. Also, Spoobles with the 199 who said, I'm just happy still being in Keem's thoughts. That's pretty cute, to be honest. I said, if you stay, your best move is to act like you had zero clue I was leaving. Now, I'm gonna be real. That's the only thing I said about it. And you will see because we'll continue in these fucking messages. So when she says I said something about her getting fired, where does it say that? You can see it right here. It says, if you stay, your best move is to act like you had zero clue I was leaving. Why did I tell her that? Not because of you guys, because I know how Keem is. Keem is so quick to call everything a fucking gay op. Like, what did he do over on Glass today? Call it a gay op. We got Brandon with the Canadian 5 who said, I think I know what, but I am mad at Rosie. Before you leave, she didn't remember songs. I did check out the songs, by the way. I did check them out. Okay, so then she says, okay, I'm guessing you're just gonna do your own thing then. And then I said, nah, Pooks, I still wanna do shit together. Why would I say I want to do shit together if she had never talked about quitting with me? If I had been manipulating her and forcing her hand and telling her she had to leave, why would she be asking me if I'm gonna just go do my own thing then? Why would I be saying I still want to do shit together? And then I say, but I don't want to force you to leave. So where did she feel forced? Where did she feel in any sense of the manner that I was pushing her to come do shit with me? Please tell me where. Then I said, it's literally 100% up to you. Where? Can anyone tell me where I forced her hand? Because it didn't. It didn't happen. Then she said, I hope you mean that for real. I said, I absolutely do. I want to do a collab channel and we do Deep Dive plus Girl World and then use mine for gaming. That's my ideal. Because when I came over here, I thought because this was around the time she hadn't decided if she was going to leave yet or not. Because she said, I'm guessing you just want to do your own thing. Can I tell you the real reason why she didn't want to leave with me? Because on that phone call that we had earlier in the day, I went over the logistics of if we left, what it would look like. The problem was the monetary split for her. Because if it came from my channel, let's say it's under my name, the channel that we're making money off of, I'm the one who has to pay taxes on that solely. So it couldn't be an even 50-50 split down the middle. And I made that clear because of the fact that I pay taxes every year. I know how this shit works. My taxes are already out the wazoo because I'm an independent contractor. That's just how it works. So I couldn't take on the responsibility of paying for her taxes. Does that make sense? If anyone has any questions on that, feel free to ask. But I wasn't saying that it would be something like a 10%, 80, like 90% split or something like that. It would be something closer to like 60-40, 70-30, just depending on how the taxes worked out for it. Does anyone have any questions? So that was when the shift changed and she was no longer interested in leaving with me. And you'll see in the messages that it is totally backed up, that it was all about financials as well. You guys are just going to have to believe me at face value for what was said on the call, because I will absolutely, there are things that she said I said that I did say, but she's twisting it into something else. Like she's adding stuff to it. So then I said, that's my ideal. She said, I get you. I said, after the movie's over, I'm going to let them know and I'm going to head out. Because if you guys don't know, at the time, we were watching Flushed Away in the VC. My plan was initially to let the people of Glass know, but contrary to popular belief, I actually didn't want to siphon people away from what she was going to do and what she was going to build if she was going to stay. So I thought it'd be better for me to not let people know and just, if they wanted to come over, they could. If not, just let them stay with Rosie and do their own thing over with Glass. It's not my ideal to go siphon that community out from under her. I do believe that she absolutely helped me with building it, so I wasn't gonna shit all over everything she was building. She said, okay, with the crying face. I said, I love you so much, my Pookie. She said, I love you too. I don't want to stay doing this bullshit either, TBH. I just don't want to rush my check. My life's been so fucked up already lately, self-inflicted at that, but still. So, what did she say it was about? I just don't want to rush my check. Thank you. Investigator River with the 5 Hot Dog Gang memberships. Very much appreciated. Then I go on to say, that's 100% cool. I'm gonna get us set up with a good community for when you're ready to go.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Because clearly by the message, she's saying, well, I don't want to stay in the LCU, but I'm not ready to leave in a financial position. So I assumed, okay, like, you're gonna leave at some point, and I'm still down to do stuff together. I understand you being in a financial position where you can't leave. That's understanding. So we made a plan for her to leave, and she was gonna leave on August 1st after we talked about it, which we'll get into that a little bit later. Also, thank you so much, V Midnight, for the $25 tip. Now, let's go ahead and keep going. So then she said, okay, please don't forget about me. You're one of my closest friends. Then I said, bitch, we better still call every day. You are literally my best friend. You're mine too, for real. We absolutely will. I said, I love you, my Shayla. I love you too. Like, I'm including everything. Even the embarrassing parts. I said, this is my embarrassing part. I said, I'm actually gonna wait till Pit is over. I thought about it. Because I'm gonna be real. I thought about the logistics of me leaving in the middle of Pit and the way that he was gonna make so much money in that moment off of me leaving. And I was like, I'll just prolong it to the next day. Because I knew he was gonna make money off me leaving regardless. But it was slight pettiness. So that's what I'm saying. I'll be real. Like, I'll show all my embarrassing moments in this. I don't mind. Then she said, oh, okay, just let me know when I have a knot in my stomach, I have a knot in my stomach right now from all the anxiety. I said, I'll text you first for sure, after Pit is over, so after midnight, probably just gonna chill with everyone. I'm gonna try to make it as least dramatic as possible, and she said, okay. At 12:08, I texted her that I had just left the server. Now, I was in a call that was like a group call in a group chat that we had, so I figured, like, she would join at some point, but she did not. And then she said, fuck, okay. This is where it gets interesting, y'all. This is where it gets really interesting. She said, fuck, okay. I don't know what to do. I said, do you want to hop on a call? She said, I'm about to shower. Okay, just let me know. I don't know what to do or tell people. I said, you don't need to. I made a post for it because I already pre-planned to make a community post because I didn't want to leave you guys in the dark, right? Then she says, okay, I don't even want to do this without you for real. Since I'm trying to stay long enough for my paycheck, I'm gonna have to say I didn't know, like you said, for me to do. Did I bring it back up? Or did she? Did I bring it back up? Or did she? For a paycheck, let's be so clear, she said, since I'm trying to stay long enough for my paycheck, I'm gonna have to say I didn't know, like you said, for me to do. So if I'm the one who's been doing all of this for the money, then what's this? I said, yeah, absolutely do that. She said, I won't say anything crazy or anything. Obviously, you're my friend, and I'm not gonna shit on you. I'm just gonna say I didn't know. I said, you can say you called me after my post, and I told you that I was done type of thing. She said, because people are already blowing up asking me. I said, just say whatever you need. Trust me, I love you. Me saying, say whatever you need, after she said, I'm obviously not gonna shit on you, didn't then make me think she was going to go to the VC, start sobbing in the VC to everybody, and shitting on me, acting like she didn't know, acting like I just abandoned her, saying that she wished I say all this shit that she never vocalized to me. I want to also be clear, I preemptively told her before I left I would be making my own Discord server. If she had a problem with it, she should have spoke up then. I told her that I was gonna be going live at 2 p.m. I ended up changing it to 3 p.m. 2 p.m. was the time slot I wanted. If she had a problem with any of these things, could have vocalized it to me, but she didn't. She went into the VC to the audience to try to portray to all of you guys like I'm the villain. And look, I didn't even give a fuck about that. I totally let that go. I'll show you guys where I got to the point where I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Because it's one thing to go to the audience and try to manipulate them. You got to do what you got to do for your paycheck, apparently. But for me to go to my friends in DMs and try to twist stories and narratives like they weren't there for the events and could literally see for themselves what happened and try to paint me to be the villain? Nah, because we'll get into those fucking DMs too. Let's go in it. So, she said, I love you too for real. Just please don't tell anyone I knew. I need the back end and the assets and the stream key, please. So immediately, right on it about like, I need shit to do the stream tomorrow, okay? Just please don't tell anyone I knew. So was it me forcing her hand to keep the lie going, or was she saying, don't tell anyone I knew? I don't know. It's a little crazy. Then, I'm sorry, I can't do an accent like that. I'm sorry. I'm just like, it's laughable. This is laughable. Why would you lie through your teeth like this knowing I have the messages? Then, I said, I def won't, and Keem will have to give you back in the AM, just DM him. I'll text you the key on Discord. Then she said, okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I don't know how all of this works. Then, what do you mean? I don't know how all of this, that's the LCU. You don't know how a back end stream key works. Shakeem asked if I already knew, and I told him no. I said, bet. What else did I say? Nothing. I say B-E-T, bet. Am I the crazy master manipulator that I am made out to be? Or is she just someone who went along with the lie? Like, that, did I tell her, yeah, this is what I think you should do? Yes. But did she agree and go along with it? Yeah. Did I tell her to spin it and be like I'm a villain? No. Here's what I thought was gonna happen when I said that, when I texted that message. I thought she was gonna go on the stream the next day and be like, yeah, I didn't really know she was gonna leave. We had that whole thing that happened previously, so like it wasn't so surprising, but like, yeah, I wish her well, and like, we're not gonna talk shit about each other. Kind of like what I said. But no! She kinda did that, but then went to the VCs and talked to people, went to DMs and talked to people, was being hella shady in areas where she thought I wasn't gonna see it. That's what was interesting. Now, we got Edible Eraserhead. Welcome to the Little Smokies. Let me see if I missed anything else. Nope, we're good, we're caught up. Thank you so much, Edible Eraserhead. She said, I'm sorry, I don't mean to upset you for that. It was just like the first question he asked me. I said, no, you're good. I just woke up. She said, no problem. Can you still send me the key when you get a chance? And then, I don't know if I did screenshot that message as well. No, I didn't. The last message she said is like kind of cut off, but she basically just asked me if we were still friends because she saw like my stream. And I was like, yeah, we're good. That was my response. So that's that. Now, let's keep going on this clip to see what else she had to say. But now we're very fucking clear about who said what. Now, oh, wait. I missed an important part of the story. Remember when she said that thing about I told her to take it to the grave? Well, yes, I did say that, but let me be clear. She called me It was not to check up on me. It was to tell me that she was feeling extremely guilty about lying and that she didn't really like the way that everything played out and how people had been talking shit about me because of it. And I said, well, I don't think you should have went into the VC the way you did that. I think that I straight up told her that. And I said, I think you fucked up by doing that. But now that you lied to them and played the pity card, you gotta take it to the grave. That's what I fucking said. Are you gonna tell me that's not what I said, Rosie? You gonna put the whole quote? I said, now that you played the pity sympathy card, you gotta take it to the fucking grave. Cause that's what you did. Otherwise, what was it gonna look like? You played a pity sympathy card to get money, and none of it was real. I was gonna let you live in your fucking lie. I was gonna let you sit in that shit, knowing how guilty you fucking felt, but you wanted to come over here and act all bold and all big about the shit I gotta say on my streams. Has nothing to do with you. I don't come to your chat and say anything. I keep out of the LCU. I pretty much hadn't reacted to the LCU other than one clip of Kalo saying some fucked up shit about me, moved on from that, and then I reacted to the Paradise stuff. A lot of people on YouTube reacted to the Paradise stuff. But let's keep going. Kim Quat, welcome to the Little Smokies. Thank you so much. Now, I gotta switch the react over to the clip. Oh, it's all big because we had to look at the Discord. My bad. Let me just shrink it down and let's keep rolling.
No, I said the truth. I said it fucked up.
It's really ironic hearing that be the first thing she says right after just looking through all that. Emmy, welcome to Hot Dog Gang. Instinctively Chelsea, welcome to Hot Dog Gang.
Yes, I lied about her being out of the thing, but the way that I told.
How are you gonna say I told the truth and then follow it up with yes, I lied?
I looked at it was fucked up that she made a side server knowing that she was Voldemorted because of how she left and knowing that it was gonna split.
I told you I was gonna make the server before I left. And I did make it before I left. Thank you, Wake Up Little Susie, for the 20 Hot Dog Gang gifted members. Holy shit. Thank you so much. But yeah, no, you knew I was gonna make a Discord server. Why'd you not voice the problems and insecurities you had with it then? Why did you wait and tell everybody else but me? Why do you have all these problems and insecurities with these things that I'm doing and voice them to everybody else but me? That's not how a friendship works if the communication is happening through second parties.
That people were automatically going to get banned being part of her server. And I also said it was fucked up that she chose to go at 3 p.m. knowing that that's an hour into class. And
your bitch ass, as clearly shown in the text messages, doesn't even wake up till 1:16 p.m. half the time. I can't tell you how many times she didn't wake up before it, like literally 10 minutes till the stream fucking started. This is a time when I'm awake and I like going at this time because I can eat breakfast in the morning. I can take care of my cats. I can get some cleaning done, stream. Then I can if I need to run to the dispensary, I still have time before it closes. I can go to Panera, restaurants that I enjoy before they fucking close. It works for my fucking life. I shouldn't have to explain that to anybody why I'm going at 3 p.m. It shouldn't fucking bother you. If your channel and you weren't insecure about your content, it wouldn't fucking bother you. Okay, also, I'm gonna mod Susie really quickly. Let me just full screen myself. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Boom. All right. Now let's keep going on this.
literally anyone on the back end that was running the stream could see that the viewership cut nearly in fucking half when she started streaming. Like, she's royally fucked me. And then she called me later that night. I was like,
I royally fucked you? I royally fucked you? Like, are we being serious here? You could leave. You didn't have to stay. You could have done whatever you wanted, and you could have made the content whatever you wanted. I didn't tell you to do what you did on stream. I didn't tell you to move the way you moved going forward. I didn't split no audience up. In fact, this whole narrative about me inviting people to the Discord from their servers, sending in people on alts, I would love to see a single piece of proof of that. If any of those people that made that claim can provide a piece of proof, then I'll be like, you know what? I'm sorry. But to be clear, no one that I've talked to has owned up to the fact that they've DM'd anybody that's over there on a pressing manner to try to get them over here. There's people that have asked their friends if they wanted to come over here, and if they say no, they say no. Beyond that, that's not them pressing you to come to my server. Like, and it's hella fucking weird for them to be pushing that narrative without a single piece of proof. But thank you so much, Emmy, for the 5 Hot Dog Gang gifted members. Oh my god, I have a cat here stuck in my lip gloss, and it's been pissing me off this whole stream. So if you see me, like, picking at my lip, try and get the cat hair out of my fucking lip gloss.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm gonna leave. And this was like 2 hours before she did it, and I was like, yo, can you please not? I have text message fucking proof that she told me not to tell anybody because I was gonna.
Where is it? Where is the text message proof? Because I showed the entire text thread from June 1st to June 2nd. Where is it? Pull it out your ass.
Gonna get fired if I did. At anybody.
Well,
It
you
wasn't
know
just
what? There's
me.
a possibility
She tried to.
now. There's a
No, well,
possibility
I
now
thought-
that it's gonna happen.
All right, hold on, Jersey. Can you speak closer to your microphone? You're cutting in and out a little bit.
I'm sorry. It's because I have my headphones on.
You're okay.
But yeah, no, I talked to Kim and everything, and I fucked up. And the thing was that she told me that I was gonna 100% be fired if I.
Where? I never once told you were 100% could be fired. I said Keem would probably look at you a little bit sideways and think that you're doing gay ops with me because you were making plans to still leave with me in the future. And you had agreed that you were gonna put less effort into Glass because you were just gonna leave on August 1st. That was a plan that was discussed. Okay, you said, I want to also be clear. I got a call from her the first day after she did an episode with Soph, and she was talking all kinds of shit about Soph and how she didn't like working with Soph. Okay, so I already knew she didn't like Soph. But it's a little interesting to me how then there was like this weird message she had sent to the group chat that had me, Psych, and Danny in it that was like, here, I'm just gonna go find it. Because it was honestly just one of the strangest messages she had ever sent, and I was like, what even is this? She said, random but just venting here. I definitely misjudged Soph, and I feel like she flip-flops sometimes, but I didn't like that one interaction we had in VC. But she's definitely cool people, and I feel bad for jumping the gun before. Now, that message came super fucking randomly, and I was talking to, like, somebody else I knew that had, like, been in DMs with her recently, and I was like, yeah, like, we're kind of having this thing because she had DM'd one of my friends talking shit about me or whatever, which I'll get to those DMs here in one sec. But then they were like, wait, she also sent me a message about Soph, and we compared them, and it was the exact same message copied and pasted to both people. So that's a little strange. Also, Mari Starlight said, please talk about the bully server. I need more context. We will get there. We're just kind of going piece by piece. The bully server, I'm going to be real, I literally had zero part in up until the day that everybody left the server, which I have to explain the whole story of what happened to even, it's a lot, so we'll get there. Let's keep going on this for now, though.
Told absolutely anybody. So I couldn't just tell Keem and then tell everyone else.
Oh yeah, it's a
I
group
knew.
chat, not a
because what the fuck do I look like? Mods can see the chat, Keem can see the chat. Obviously, people were gonna know that there's inconsistencies. And then when I called her, yeah, I know I made it way fucking worse because I should.
Where has anyone? Can I just ask if there has been any inconsistencies I've had? Please point them out now because she said you all would be able to point out all of my inconsistencies. Please point them out.
I've just been fucking honest and told Keem right away.
Just tell you people, say, look, I knew she was leaving. I wasn't in a mental state. I was not ready to leave. So therefore I stayed behind. And she referenced me not to say nothing. So therefore my job wouldn't be at stake.
It wasn't about the mental state. It was about the paycheck. She directly said that. Don't downplay it.
But why would your job? Keem would have had more respect if you would have just told him the fucking truth and said she was trying to get you to leave. and you chose not to
because
go.
if I knew and I didn't tell him right away, then we would be fucked up. But like I feel like she put me in an impossible situation because I was her friend at the time. So it was like I don't want to snitch on you, but at the same time you're literally telling me 2 hours before you actually did it. Because she told me at 10 o'clock.
That's not true. I told you guys the first call took place at around 6:30 Eastern Standard Time PM. If you want me to pull the timestamp of that, I will pull it up for you right now. No hesitation. But what I will say in that is that I told her I left the server at midnight. So that's 6 hours before I actually left the server. The show was at 2 p.m. So also, even when she's saying this about, if this is her trying to say this about Soph leaving 2 hours beforehand, shouldn't fucking matter. You also got a host chat full of people. I mean, you like to leak it. You know it exists. You got a host chat full of people in there willing to jump the gun to be on one of the bigger shows. So why would you not reach out?
Yeah, I am gonna leave. I'm gonna go after Pitt. Which is kind of funny because she knows that your mama would have dragged her if she did.
Yeah, well now he's dragging you.
Yeah. Sorry I didn't let him make money off my name. And I literally leaked that DM. And?
Are you able to turn your cam on at all or no?
Unfortunately, not.
Okay.
He's in her bed.
All right, well, there's also a second part to all this that people are like wondering about too.
Yeah.
The fucking Soph situation. It all kind of like
Yeah.
fucking came out that, you know, she unfortunately had a tragedy and that, you know, you got up on the show
You talk shit to her.
that day and you like, yeah, you basically talked shit, you put her down, you know, you said.
Listen to what she goes on to say here, bro, because it is some of the most disgusting shit.
That you knew this was going to happen, and she says that you knew. She said that you knew what was going on in her life, and that you sat and you ran your mouth about her on that day when all that happened.
I didn't put her down. I said that it was fucked up that she left. I wish she would have taken some.
Okay, well, if I'm having a miscarriage,
but at the same time, if you're worried about a fertility journey, why are you drinking giant fucking buzz balls on stream?
If you're worried about what Amber Lynn is doing, why are you smoking in the room with your cats? Always worry what everybody else is doing, but never once take accountability for your own behavior. What about your heart condition? Why are you smoking in general? Why are you drinking in general when you always say that that affects your heart? Why are you constantly clocking everybody else's behavior when you at 30 damn years old cannot be responsible for your own fucking actions? Self-admitted in those messages with me that your life is shit because of your own actions. And I won't even fucking put your personal business out there. But you know 90% of the shit that you're always complaining about is because of yourself. So why the fuck are you talking about what anybody else got going on? It's none of your fucking damn business. Just like your business is always nobody else's business. That's always what you put out there. Fucking crazy. The fucking nerve.
Oh my God. See, here we go with that judgment. See, that's not fair for us to judge other people's paths.
No, it's not a matter of judgment, but I'm sorry. If I'm actively trying to have a baby, the last thing I'm going to do is try to fucking smoke nicotine vapes and fucking drink buzz balls.
It's not a matter of judgment as you go on to judge. You can't say, I'm not going to do this thing and then go on to fucking do it. You are literally sitting there judging her from a high fucking horse when your horse should be one of the fucking lowest. Be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real.
She's trying to make it sound like she was on a fertility journey and I knew. She never said any of that. All she said was she wasn't paying attention and then she miscarried. And I feel bad as fuck, and I literally said as much to her behind the scenes and on stream. I was like, professionally, I can't work with you anymore. But if you ever need anything on a personal level, I'm here for you. I said that on the stream.
Wait a minute, hold on. You can't work with her? Wait, we're in the LCU. We're locales. So who do you...
Exactly. What do you mean? Like, I can't work with her. I can't work with her in a professional setting. Why? Because she had something serious go on in her life and she took a step away? Bro, she quit. Why does it even matter? She don't want to work with you. I wouldn't want to fucking work with your ass either after the way you fucking drug her through the mud. Fucking disgusting ass shit, bro.
I mean, if she ever tries to come back...
Wait a minute, I respect it. Hold on. If people can work with you again knowing that you lied for fucking Zay, then why can't you give another person the same goddamn respect? That's all
Clock that.
I'm asking you. No big deal, Rose.
That's fine. I understand what you're saying. It's just if she is going to completely tell me that like she needs to focus on her situation and she doesn't want to come back. She said that before and then came back. So I was just saying, hey, look, in the event that you ever do come back, I just don't want to work with you. It's completely fine. It's not like I don't fuck with you as a person.
Yo, but you know what's also interesting? Because she loves to be like, well, I told Soph she could hit me up. I told Soph she could hit me up. Well, Soph did hit you up during the stream when you were talking shit about her and you ignored her, so she blocked you. So what now?
Personally, just don't want to like deal with the uncertainties of having somebody in my life that can walk away at any point. That was my whole point that I was making by that.
That's also really ironic considering the amount of times you threatened to quit on me. You want to talk about instability? You were an unstable co-host, okay? I will fucking just be so fucking for real right now because you want to talk about her so disgustingly. You think that's okay? Let me just clock your tea right here, all right? You can't even wake up for your show on time. Half the time you're doing your fucking makeup on the show as it's starting because you couldn't get yourself together in time before the show starts because you're going out every single fucking night with your friends to the clubs, to the bars. You have no priorities in your life except being a club rat. Like, let's be so fucking for real here. And you want to talk about like, oh, like, pity me. Everybody talk about me relapsing. Why are you putting yourself in a position where people are actively doing drugs in front of you by going to clubs? Why? Like, it's just, I don't know how to pity this shit when she is literally actively shitting on Soph for some shit that's just so fucking, I can't. This is so fucking ridiculous. So fucking ridiculous, bro. There's been so many times where I've had to deal with her fucking saying she's gonna quit over the littlest fucking thing, had to talk her down over the craziest fucking crash outs, and she's not gonna be graceful over somebody quitting over going through one of the biggest tragedies you could go through in your life. Like, get the fuck out of here. That is straight narcissist behavior through and fucking through.
All right, well, here's the thing. A woman can miscarry for a whole number of reasons. So for you to try and say like her, if she was so worried about her fertility, drinking and shit like that, that's like a null and void like argument.
Right.
You know, it just looks fucking bad because she is going through like a pregnancy loss. It's a big deal for anyone, regardless of what they were doing at the time or doing beforehand.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Clock that.
You kind of just sat there and you made it like more about yourself, like saying, "Oh, she fucked me over. She did this." She can't help the fact that she miscarried, dude. Listen,
yes!
I don't like Soph personally. I thought she like was a fucking loudmouth, ran her mouth a whole lot. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Yeah, she fucked Jersey over. How dare she fucking do this?" Like, I think she handled it in the way that any fucking woman would.
Why is it so like easy for every other woman to have straight empathy and be like totally like understanding in this situation but her? I just don't get that.
To step down from a responsibility to take care of herself and her own mental health.
Not only that though, Lacey said that you still were worried about her streaming for you. I'll tell you what people told me. Learn OBS then.
Right, and that's why I got an entire setup. So
right, there you go. That way, I mean, because making fun of somebody.
How many days in a row have you said you've had this setup? When is it going to be up and running OBS? For months, you had the fucking money to buy the setup and you put off buying it, even though I told you multiple times where the website was. Like, you put off doing shit, like, you procrastinate shit. You want to know why a lot of goals didn't get done? Because a lot of them required us to buy things, and she just took forever to buy it. It's like, what am I to do when I've had the shit sitting here for fucking months? Like, I had literally all of the shit for goals sitting here for months. Like, it's just, what am I supposed to do? I have it all still here now.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Love me or hate me, but everything I said about Jersey was true. But no receipts for the lies about me? Got it. Good luck with your channel, Zay. Congrats on getting monetized.
That's a whole nother bridge we don't have to get over. That's a whole nother... Like, not even you. I mean, like, that whole situation, to be honest, you're not wrong. And that's all I gotta say on that subject for right now, because... Yeah, I mean, that shit was never my beef to begin with. I will admit, like, there is shit that I've said about you, Kate. Like, I did not fuck with the self-promo shit, but I've also... That would be shit I would say to your fucking face. I didn't fuck with you saying you put me on an altar, though. That was a little weird.
We don't know what they go through mentally. You just said you
make fun of her, though. That's the thing. I didn't make fun of her. The stream was spent with me arguing with Lacey because Lacey came up, tried to like shit on.
Lieutenant Aries said, can you do the unfinished goals on stream, like the pizza stream, please? I have literally said, if you guys want me to do anything, absolutely. What I'll probably do, though, is for stuff that doesn't really fit in with this channel that well, I'm going to do it as members-only content. So if you guys want that pizza stream, I'll probably make it on, like, a video. Like, maybe we'll do, like, a wheel on a stream where we decide what the toppings are, and then I'll do it as a video and upload it as, like, a video content. Or I could do it in the VC, something like that. But I promise you, we will get all the shit figured out. Like, I still have the same as it ever was outfit. I've had that shit for like 2 months. I want to wear it.
On Kalo, because in the middle of the stream, he ended up saying that Snowball was completely off gold and he was glass. Like he was going to be.
He doesn't like it. He don't want to be there. Snowball does not want to be there. He wants to work with Kalo. There's nothing we can do about that.
That's not true. I understand that he does want to work with Kalo. In a perfect world, I would have loved for him to have retained both jobs, but I understand, and both shows, but I understand if he can't.
Yeah, but you also knew what you were doing by having both Kalo and Snowgoth up there that day and being like, I don't want you to leave gold, but I really, really want you to be on glass.
Wasn't trying to
he's not capable of doing, you know, it took him a long time to get to groove with Kalo. There's no way he could do 2 shows. And who are we to be selfish? You know how many times I've had to we closed the stream off. We couldn't even go live that day because there's no OBS runner and I can't make people do it. And other people are going through trials and tribulations. Sometimes you just got to think.
Oh,
we don't know what others are going through. Sometimes you just got to sit back and say, you know what? What if it was me?
What up?
Yeah.
Not saying that everyone.
You're going to get a lot of shit over this. I want you to get prepared. Because of that shit with Zay, that's not.
And I know that.
Zay's got a hell of a following.
Yeah.
No, I'm just here to.
I thought I was little old nobody and nobody fucked with me and I was so untalented. Now it's I have a hell of a following. Which one is it, bro? They literally cannot get like straight how they feel about me. They will literally talk shit about me and be like, she ain't shit. And then you got Keemstar over there being like, you are not Keemstar. I will message everybody in your server and get them to come to me. Like, whoa there, buddy. I shouldn't be that much of a threat to you. On an average day, I got 50 viewers, bud. It's not that serious. Why is it not playing?
Call out the hypocrisy because everyone, including myself, was shitting on Sweet Tea when she was vaping and drinking while she was supposedly pregnant. So yeah, I think it's completely valid to call out Soph for drinking while going through a fertility issue.
No. There's direct differences. Now, Soph did not know she was pregnant. Sweet Tea directly said, I'm pregnant and I'm going to keep vaping because that's my choice. That's the difference. Simple as that. How can you compare the 2 situations?
She said she was supposedly on a fertility journey. So I don't understand why that's something that you would do. Me personally,
a fertility journey doesn't mean it's linear. That doesn't mean that you're trying every day, every week to conceive. Especially if you've been struggling to conceive, there will probably be times where you take a break and don't want to have that stress looming over you in your life at that moment. I've had friends who've gone through fertility journeys, and I can tell you for a fact it is absolutely not linear. So to act like just because you're trying at one point means you're trying it every time is not true.
I don't understand it. I wasn't making light of it. I literally said that she had a medical emergency, and I didn't want to put her business out there like that because that's not my place to do. But I wasn't making light of it whatsoever. I think
you don't have to saying nothing. Don't come up here with your bullshit. You did a family emergency and ripped off your fucking people. Until you make it right with them, don't talk about somebody else. Stay the.
Shit, clock that, Tina. Fucking clock that. Let me full screen myself real quick though, because she keeps going on some stuff here. Let me grab some more timestamps. Oh wait, we're pretty much at the end. I didn't even realize. We're literally at the end of this one, and then we're gonna move ahead to the next one.
Fuck off of here with that dumb shit you're doing. You think
the reason why I wasn't on my show today was because my body literally went to the fucking and I'm sorry, but like I had to take care of that. It just means that I quit the fucking show.
But, like, for you to not have grace for other people when they have family shit going on or their own personal life shit going on, not everybody does shit the way you do it. Not everybody handles things the way you do. You don't have to tell Soph how she's got to feel or how she's got to react, because you're not Soph. You're not living her life. So who the fuck are you?
I had to make sure that the family comes first, yo. I understand that. I wasn't trying to say that. I wasn't trying to even say that she was wrong for quitting. If you gotta quit, you gotta quit. It was just the way that it happened 2 hours beforehand, even though she dealt with what she dealt with the day prior. And I kept asking her, "Are you good? If you need absolutely anything, if you need a vegetable, whatever, please just let me know. Just hit me up."
Well, you know that your mama's gonna tear you apart, so get ready, okay?
He already did.
He already has. Yeah, I was gonna say he already has.
I mean, if we want to talk about the hypocrisy with like Sweet Tea and her vaping, we already knew how far along she was. Here's the thing: when,
exactly.
like,
Fucking
when you get
Murph,
an early
holy
stage
shit.
miscarriage.
Yo, why is Murph just fucking cooking it up over here?
A lot of times women don't even know that they're pregnant when they get a miscarriage.
Exactly.
It was the same thing.
Sweet Tea was far along enough in her pregnancy to know that she had to stop fucking vaping. And it seems like she has. I know nothing about Soph because again, this was from the far side, out of like fucking nowhere. I don't think she was talking about it publicly. Not that I'm aware of. I don't fucking know. So.
Well, look at what.
No, she wasn't talking about publicly, but Rosie was talking about it to other fucking people and saying that she didn't even believe it. So yeah.
Tater Tot said she could have not known she was carrying and still have had a miscarriage. It's apples and oranges at this present time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would agree.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to put the redirect in, Kina, if you want to keep fucking chat happy.
Yeah, I'll keep talking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, as far as fucking Poop is concerned, Poop, you have no say. You ripped off the fucking people. You're gonna come up here and try to be holding it down.
It's the same energy that kept like.
Listen, I talked about Sweet Tea vaping, and you know what? I was wrong for that too, because guess what? We just say things because it's fucking something to do here. But all the reality is, you can't judge the next person. My mother smoked all of us.
True.
Fucking normal. A little bit.
Yeah, no, I don't fuck with the narrative. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna skip to the next one because I think she's just fucking looping at this point. And there's a whole nother stream that she went on, and I honestly think the other stream that she went on is more interesting. Oh god, this scared me. I've never used this. How the fuck does this work? Okay, what the frick am I looking at? What the frick? What the flippin' hell? Okay, that's actually confusing as shit. That is really scary. I went to some like link thing and it like took me to the website for fucking lolcow, and I'm like, I don't want to be over there right now. Let me just pull up Rebel. I have the actual timestamps as well. I just don't know how to use whatever that clipping tool thing is that they have over there. I have no clue what that is. Okay.
Pushed on the button.
So this was the stream literally right after the one that we just watched. So about 50 minutes into it, she comes up to defend herself. Here, sorry, I'm grabbing the exact timestamp. My bad for the silence. Let's go.
I should have just straight up told everybody what it really was. I felt fucking stupid for lying, but
Oh, she not there yet. I thought she was there. No, not there yet. Hello? Okay, I thought this was when she was on the screen. Oh no, I just had my timestamp wrong. I got it. This is when she comes up.
Back with a crack, so there's like exercises and stuff on it, and plus I'm guessing it would. I've had.
We don't know for sure.
We'll have to test that, honey. My husband's out there watching. I love you. He's a very good sport. He's a very good sport. He puts up with my shit.
We got Brandon 500H with the Canadian 2 who said, I did send to S1K some of why mad at her.
So, okay, Jersey.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay, first off, I just want to clarify, I was never the one that brought up the candles or anything like that in the house. That was Zay.
Oh, okay.
They're talking about the fact that I said that you should not use those Bath and Body Works, especially those like wallflower plugins in your house, and candles. Most of them have essential oils in them that are actually toxic to cats. If you don't agree with me on that, sure, but that's my stance on it. I don't think you should be trying to constantly make your cats ingest every toxic chemical you ingest. Personally.
Did
you tell her that's fucking retarded? Shut up.
I don't say that word. It's okay if everyone else does it.
That's not true. she don't say it on screen, but she surely do say it behind the scenes.
Fine, whatever. They have their own feelings, but I don't say that. I would say stupid or dumb or something along those lines.
Given the semantics, did you stand up to her and say, "Hey, man, who cares"?
No, it was actually in response to somebody talking shit about me smoking in that room.
Yeah, because, like, let's even be so clear. Dude, she liked to be like, oh, yeah, this room is heavily ventilated because it's a window. She told me actively her streaming setup was in a closet. First off, there's a window in a closet. Now, there's a single window. Why not shut the door that, you know, your cats keep coming in and then just, like, put a towel under it? Like, there's so many things. Instead, it's like, nope, let's just hotbox it with the cats.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
That clip is exactly why I stopped liking Rosie on Glass a month ago. You tried so hard to teach her how to be a good co-host. But she just can't wait her turn to talk. She cuts everyone off. Pisses me off.
Shit.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Thank you for exposing Jersey. I never had a problem with you, Zay. It was always my beef with Jersey. She chain smoked in her room with the cats, formerly Simp Bone.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. I felt like I had to sweep for that being her co-host. And that, I'm gonna be real, I'm just gonna own up and take accountability. I should have never swept for that. I should have pressed it as hard as I was behind the scenes. Because other people can tell you for a fact that I have told her I was not cool with that behind the scenes. I've told her I don't want her. And at least, like, she would always tell me she would only do it on stream. And I'm like, then just don't smoke for the 2 hours on stream. And she's like, well, I can't. And I'm like, just go outside then. Like, it's not that serious to me if she went outside on her phone for 2 minutes during the stream so she could smoke a cigarette. And I don't think it'd be that serious to any of you. Like, to me, I don't know. It was just so not, like, something she needed to be doing. And if I vocalize that, though, I'm the bad guy. Just Lindsay also brought up the fact, like, her talking, her talking over wasn't my problem. It would be like, I would ask her directly, how do you feel about this thing? And it'd be like, yeah, that's crazy. I actually don't know how to feel about that. Why can't I get a real response from you about how you feel about fucking anything? Like, that was my problem.
Huh? Okay.
So I'm saying, like, she was defending me and using like that as like a whole thing.
Right, but okay. All right. Sure. I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, even if she was defending somebody saying, what about smoking in your room with the cats? Which, what about smoking in the room with your cats?
Oh yeah. In the event that my cats do come in, I have the look, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I have the window open. And I do put the cigarette out the second that my cats come in. And since then I haven't smoked inside my house. Like,
I don't think that's true.
that's just
awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, that's the best move.
you know, I course corrected with that because
you're
I
allowed
felt
to do that because it's your home, but I'm just saying.
Right.
Like,
no, but I did feel fucked up for doing that, so I course corrected, and I feel
The people asking who the red girl is, I think that's Tater Thought, but I don't actually know.
like I was talking out of kind of like an angry place at the time and was very defensive. And there was one moment where somebody said something about me smoking in my house, period. And I said, I don't give a fuck. And then I didn't want it to be misconstrued as I didn't give a fuck about my animals. So as a result, I just completely stopped smoking in my house.
yeah,
I
I'm
vape.
not a big.
I'm not gonna say I quit all the way. But I vape now, but I still try to not do that when the cats are in the room with me. It's just I understand it, and doing my own research, I was like, okay, yeah, that's fucking goofy. Even if like I am putting it out and shit like that, I just want to completely try to avoid that at all costs. So yeah, I could honestly say I was wrong for that, and I was wrong for how I handled the soap situation. But at the same time, I'm not making excuses for myself. I'm giving reasons. I was really heated because it was.
I'm not making excuses for myself. Then don't. Then just take accountability and say, I was wrong for how I handled the soap situation, period. That's it. That's the statement. Why is it always hoopla? We don't care about the fucking hoopla.
2 hours before, and she never said that, oh, I want to tell Keem first, or I want to be the one to tell Keem. She said, I haven't told, because I asked her straight up, because Keem is very on top of like, okay, I need to make sure that I know, so I know what I'm doing accordingly. And I asked her straight up, did you tell Keem yet? And she was like, no, I didn't. I want to talk to you first. And I was like, well, I'm going to have to tell him. And I didn't tell him all of the,
At the Drama Network,
like, everything that was going on. I said, so quick, she had a medical emergency.
Jersey, what
And
about
it was
the bully list that
what
some
it was, but
glass
I didn't
holes are
say
on,
that she
including
miscarried or
Roger?
anything like that. I wasn't trying to put her personal business like that out there. That's why I didn't.
So, really quickly, we'll actually stop because that's a good question. So, it was talked about already on, I think, Lisi's stream today. They go over the full, like, bully list thing, which we'll get into here in a little bit, but I will drop at least just the screenshot of what the bully list is. Sorry, my fucking Discord's going hella slow right now. Give me 1 second, but... Okay, so... What I know about this list is there was a group chat that was made, that supposedly it had Rosie, and like 3 other glass holes in it, like people she met through glass, and they would use this, it wasn't a server, it was like a group chat. They would use this group chat to just like talk shit about people. And like, look, it's one thing for me, like if you're like talking shit about people and you're like, oh, this person's annoying, like whatever. But this was where I was like, yeah, no, this is actually really strange. So let me show you. Okay, so the only reason I even know this exists is because I later got added to the group chat, which I still promise you we will get into that story later, but I need to get through like the main gist of what she says first. So it's shit list, a list of actual, you guys told me no more saying it, so I'm not saying it. And these are all the people that were on the list. As you can see, there are probably some familiar faces, some people that you know from either my server, their server, whatever. Basically, they would say that this wasn't intentionally to gang up on people, but I have multiple different people who have been on this list who have told me that they felt like they were ganged up by these people in VC. So, take that as you will. Now, let's go ahead and keep going on this. Now, that comes from some group chat she had that was called the Bully Hates Guild. Andrea Aussie said you went too quick. That's because we're going to get into the full thing. I promise you we're not done with that list. That list is going to come back up later. I'm just giving you the general gist of it.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Rosie provides nothing. All she does is giggle and attack people she doesn't like. She used the VC as a hug box. She is nothing but an ALR clone. I said what I said. She ruined glass.
My problem with her in the VC specifically wasn't about it, like VCs in general, like they might come off like it's a hug box, but the problem was the amount of time that she would spend in the VC comparative to me. Even when you were like people were watching like Cracked and it's like, yo, mama was going up there and being like, well, who set the VC rules? Her? Not me. I agreed to them, but bitch, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna be honest, half that shit I didn't care about. Did I find it weird if people were purposely falling asleep in VC? Yeah. That's the only one that I was like, really, that needs to be a rule. The movies thing, though, wasn't really the biggest deal to me. Didn't really, like, a lot of this, though, let's just be honest. The VC rules came from her personal fucking beef that she had with one particular person in that VC because she had a weird, close relationship with that person, and it was way closer than it ever should have been. And that's all I gotta say on that subject.
I didn't say it on stream either. I said she had a medical emergency on that Sunday. And then Monday at about, I believe it was like 10:45 in the morning.
Dude, I'm sorry. This actually made me think of something. Chili in the chat said, I can't believe there was an actual list of names like that. That's like from a movie. It literally reminded me when I was back in high school, I had some girl that I thought was my best friend. Like we had literally been like best friends since 5th grade who got upset that I like had gotten attention from a guy. She didn't like him or anything. Like, she actually just hated him, and she was upset that he gave me attention. I wasn't dating him. I wasn't interested in him. He literally just, like, helped me do a project that day for the fucking haunted house, and she made a list of all the ways that she would wish to kill me. That's what that reminded me of, bro. Like, some high school-ass fucking shit. And I don't fuck with that behavior, because clearly I've been the subject of it before.
When we were supposed to go for the extra time for Cracked because they were going on primetime, she told me, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do...
Thank you, Little Lolly XO, for becoming a Little Smoky.
...the stream, and I was like, damn, okay, like, there's no way that you can maybe do it just for today. And yeah, that sounds cold-hearted of me. I just wanted to make sure in that moment that, like, everything was straight. And she had said no, she had already left the server, and I was like, okay, I understand. And then I hit up Kalo and Phantom and like whoever else could run OBS for me, because at that point, like I have a setup now and I'm getting everything figured out with OBS, but I at that point didn't even have all of my parts in, and I was like, there's literally no way that I can run the stream right now, and I know Keem's gonna be pissed off at me.
Okay, that was a whole lot at one time. Let me first say the comment that you talked over. I don't know if you probably can't see me because you're on.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Here, I'm gonna skip ahead in this a little bit because like they fucking they're gonna read out the comment. We already know. We saw the list, so let's keep going. Here. Thank you, Heifer Please, for becoming a Hot Dog Gang member. Let's go ahead. Oh my god, I got another cat hair in my lip lock. This is gonna make me freak the fuck out. There's definitely just a cat hair wad or something on the fucking applicator. It's driving me insane. Here, wait, I went too far down. Too far done. Here we go.
Yeah, like with the whole Zay situation, like I feel like I was drug into a lot of the drama that she was dealing with and kind of like took it on. And
this right fucking here is the biggest fucking thing she says, bro, that I am not fucking with at fucking all. Now we're gonna leak some more shit. We're gonna leak some more shit. Cause that fucking inspired me. So when she says that, that's not the first time she said something along the sorts. Remember when I told you that she was talking shit in DMs with one of our mutual fucking friends? Let's get into what she said. So, her name was Wavia, but that's clearly her profile picture. Anyways, so she said, this is the friend. So we're gonna call the friend one. Because the only friend. So friend says, is it because I left the LCU? Because apparently the first message that she had received from Rosie was basically saying that she was upset with her. And she said, is it because I left the LCU server? I'm not going to sit here and try to resolve an invisible problem. I love you so much and I've always been here for you. This feels so random and I don't know where it's coming from. I understand things are turbulent, but I don't know what I specifically did to make you want to cut me off. Everyone is choosing Zay over me, and it's really fucking getting to me, because these are all people I thought I genuinely fucked with me as well, and now I'm realizing those were just nice words to throw at me while she was on. She says, I did not choose Zay over you. I chose her server over the LCU server. I was still watching Glass and supporting you. I just knew they were going to ban me from her server anyways from being in Zay's. Then she says, but that's what I mean. She knew exactly what she was doing and how it was going to fuck me over based on the way that she left. If she didn't just dip in the middle of the night, Keem would have cut her loose from her contract and she wouldn't have been Voldemorted. Yeah, okay. Then, friend goes on to say, I think she genuinely was just fed up with Keem and the LCU. She said on her stream she knew she'd lose the money and she didn't care anymore. Then, Rosie goes on to say, I'm sorry, fuck that. Between me and you, if you want to leak what I'm saying back to her, that's fine. But I think it was because the money was drying up. Just like she said she only stayed for me. I was ready to walk out with her that day. So how was it for me? I don't know, man. It's weird ass shit. Then, friend says, I mean, when it all happened the first time, she did stay for you, I thought. Oh, and why does friend say that? Because they were in the group chat where that had literally been talked about. Oh, wait, I think this was the first message. Maybe, I don't know. I might have done this out of order slightly, but you guys will get the gist. Anyway, so she said, girl, I actually really thought you fucked with me, TBH, and this whole thing has just shown that's not the case. Take care. Friend says, what? Girl, I barely ever hear from you. I don't even know what I did. I do fuck with you. I always have. And I don't know what you think has happened to change that. Rosie says, lines are being drawn in the sand, and I'm trying my best to be cool about it, but this whole thing is getting super fucked up. She says, I have zero idea what is going on here, Rosie. What are you upset with me over? And then she says, never said I'm upset. Then... the money drying up thing again. So yeah, now we're back. So the money drying up, weird as shit. And then she said, I mean, when it all happened, she did say for you, I thought. Then she says, how? I wasn't the one begging her to stay. It was Keem. Not true. Then friend goes on to say, no, but I do remember her saying she was going to leave. She was going to stay until you could comfortably leave. Obviously, she couldn't say that on stream because then Keem would have known y'all were planning to leave. Then did I say something wrong? So we're like all caught up. So then she says, no, I just always thought it was gonna be together. And now I genuinely feel fucked over. This whole thing is a mess. I don't know. Friend says it definitely is a mess, but I think it's necessary. Some kind of change needed to happen. Everyone could see Zay wasn't in it. And she said as much to us privately. You knew how hard and fucked up it gets behind the scenes and how narratives get warped. The truth of the matter is, Zay and you have been repeatedly fucked over for honestly no reason since you started. Zay has been getting fucked over for a year with no sign of things changing. I don't think she left to fuck you over. In fact, I know she didn't. Then Rosie says, it also sucks because I feel like she had me deal with the conflict majority of the time. People think that I was like the bad cop, and frankly, that just really stings. If this was how you felt, why are you running to the friends behind the scenes and trying to change the narrative into me turning you into some attack dog? Why was none of this conversations that you could have had with me to my fucking face? Why are all of these things you're saying to people behind the scenes? You could have called me and talked about the Discord server. You could have called me and talked about more, like, people drawing the lines in the sands. When we talked about it, you even talked about joining my Discord server on an alt account because you didn't want to lose touch with people. Are we gonna not talk about that? Then... friend says, I don't think she intentionally did unless she was DMing you too. I've been so out of the loop, honestly, Rosie. No one talks to me unless it's in the group chat. I don't know all the ins and outs. I'm stuck in between this with you two and I wish we could all just talk together. She then says, it's fine. I won't have you choose or feel stuck between the two of us. And I'm sorry if it seems like I haven't been vocal. I've been having a really tough time mental health wise lately. Then friend says, I just haven't heard from you privately in a while. So this is my first message from you that was just jarring, I guess. Again, me leaving the LCU was just beating Keem to the punch. He will definitely be blacklisting Zay's server and my PC is brick, so I can't use my alt on it either. Me leaving was never to be against you. I will still tune into Glass and be here in the DMs as a friend. I just won't be in the server. Have you talked with Zay at all? And from that, I've heard the only other response she got was like a message a week later asking how she was doing. She answered and then never heard back from Rosie ever again. So if Rosie valued this friendship so heavily, clearly, but my problem is the going into DMs and spinning the narrative and trying to act like you once again are the whole fucking victim in this situation. You can say that's not talking shit, but to act like I made you an attack dog saying I forced you into drama you didn't want to be in, that is absolutely talking shit. You're trying to paint me out like I had control over you, which I never did. You agreed to do all of the actions that you did. You didn't have to do anything. Chili said, I honestly couldn't believe you both stayed in the LCU after the way Keem talked about you guys on stream that day. He told all the Glassholes to cancel their memberships. Rosie still staying now is crazy. Fair point. Daily Murder said Rosie was always leeching off you, Zay, and that's why I couldn't watch Glass with her dragging you down, not the other way around. Rosie seems very selfish. And, like, I wouldn't even go as far as to say that, but it's just, like, the way that she's moved after the fact has just honestly made me realize, like, so many things. Because she's gonna, like, sit there and paint the narrative to Keem today, like, I never let her say her ideas on the show. Well, why didn't you wake up to help fucking plan the show? Why didn't we plan it the night before when you're in VC all fucking night just talking to people or going out to the fucking clubs? It's just like, the problem is, it's like, she wants to paint things as if she's the victim in every single scenario. Are there things I fucked up on? I'll take accountability for it. Yeah. I probably should have never told her from the jump to lie about not knowing about me leaving. I'll take accountability for that. But she never had to carry it on the way she did. She never had to attack Soph the way she did. She never had to go to my friends and try to paint me the way she did. I don't know. So. Little Lolly said, I stopped supporting Glass because Keem kicked me out of the Discord based on me being here too. That's childish, so no, I'm not giving Keem 50% of my membership every month. I think it's stupid as well. I think it hurts them more than it's hurting, like, me. My goal isn't to siphon off of the LCU. I, in fact, think you guys should be able to support the LCU and support the shows you still want to watch there if you are in the LCU. I've told you guys, though, I wouldn't support the LCU because of how Keem talks about you. Because clearly he only cares about his fucking 50% and that's it. But he wants to talk about everybody else and how they want the money. It's just absolutely strange. Now, let's keep going on this clip for a little bit.
That's because, to be frank, like, I genuinely considered her a friend. And I wanted to be there for her and I wanted to support her. But I ended up having beef with a lot of people that really didn't have anything against me. It was more so Zay.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you. And I am asking it purely because it was in our chat. So I just know that people want you to speak on it. But people were saying that, like Tommy C and Batgirl specifically, I don't know what was that, but they were saying that, like, Zay had said some pretty heinous stuff.
The truth will come out, Jersey, and you will look bad.
I don't know if you're talking about, like, in general or...
No, sorry.
I mean, the truth came out in general.
I'm not going to say that I know for a fact. I don't.
Carrie Simpson said, why is she also now doing an LCU tour, reminding you of a specific land will? I mean, look, this is my thing. She used to always be on the same, like, high horse, because I would sit on this high horse where I feel like Amber should take accountability for her actions. If I do something wrong, I try to take accountability for my actions and admit where I fucked up. I feel like Rosie needs to take accountability for her actions and say where she fucked up and just stop trying to paint the story like different than what it was. Just say, yes, you did want to leave the LCU with me, but you financially couldn't, so you're staying there for the financials. Just say that. People probably respect you more if you stopped lying even now.
Actually, Lacey and I wanted to talk to Batgirl, but we couldn't get a hold of her. But people were just saying in our chat that they, not you, but they had said some heinous stuff and that they felt like you were co-signing it and you were agreeing with it. So I know that a lot of people just wanted you to, like, talk about, I guess, if you agree with it and if you don't, like, why you don't. I don't know.
I have, how do I put it? Like, with Yo Mama and stuff, I know that man hates me from the moment that I walked in the door.
Yo Mama doesn't hate anybody. He's just doing his job. I hope he realizes that. He doesn't.
Okay, so then yeah.
I mean, he's literally doing his job.
But, like, a lot of the other things, like, I felt like I had to agree with them because I wanted to maintain my friendship with her. And I know it sounds stupid now in hindsight, but
happens to all of us.
Sorry.
I did try to maintain the friendship. After I found out the way you tried to paint me in the VCs, there was one specific situation that I heard about that really bothered the shit out of me. Apparently, a bunch of people had gone in there to do book club or whatever, and she was late to book club. And then she pulled up to book club basically saying that she was all pissed off because I never sent her the movie wheels. I did send her the movie wheels. The files are extremely easy to open. All you have to do is go to the website that the movie wheel is hosted on, which is called Wheel of Names. If you Google, make a wheel, it's the first one that comes up. You go to wheelofnames.com and you click open and then you click on the file. That's it. That's all you have to do. She never asked how to do it. She never attempted to do it other than just clicking the file on her laptop and then said, oh, it won't work. You never thought to problem solve. You never thought to ask anybody for help. Like, that's the issue here. She goes in there and she paints it out like I never sent her the wheel. Yes, I did. And the reason that bothers me is because that's people's money that you're saying that I'm fucking with. And I didn't. I sent you every asset you needed to stream. As far as the back end, I couldn't give you back end access. That Keem had to do that. Every asset was in the group chat and I told you where to find things. What did you not get from me that you needed? And to like paint it out like that's what I really fucking have a problem with.
There's a lot of lag between
The Drama
TCS.
Network 2026 donated $19.99. Screenshots don't lie. See you tomorrow, Pop-Tart.
And they don't.
I mean, yeah, no, I definitely wasn't talking shit in there. If anything, there was like a whole like political conversation that
I'm gonna actually move this up to when Drama Network actually comes on the stream and has a whole back and forth. But really quickly, I need to do the shortest intermission ever because I've never had to pee more than I need to pee right now in my life. And I promise you it will be so ridiculously fast, but we gotta hit that one. Alright, I'll leave you guys with a little lo-fi in the starting soon screen. I will be back in 2 minutes. I promise. Back. Hopefully that was within the 2-minute time frame I gave myself. But let's keep cooking. All right, so there's a moment when first Tech Protect comes up and says absolutely fuck nothing. And then the Drama Network goes up. Let's hit this shit.
Here we go. Here we go. You are still muted, so just letting you know.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes.
Right. Jersey, what you
Someone said that's speedy as fuck. That's why my hands are still wet.
did to Soph was fucking disgusting. I have never, ever been so ashamed of you in my life. That was awful. And let's talk about all these screenshots and these lies with Zay. Girl, I've been seeing it real time tonight. I don't know what to say to you. I supported you when you and Zay split. I did not choose sides. I stayed even keeled on it. I still supported Glass. I still sent in donations, the whole 10 yards. And to turn around and be lying all night, what is wrong with you? Are you on drugs? What is going on? These are real-time screenshots.
Wait till you hear her response.
I relapsed on shit, so yes, I guess you could say I was on drugs.
Then why are you continuing with this? Why are you just own up to your shit before all this shit comes out tomorrow? Because you got about 12 hours.
And did she? Did
just
she ever
own up
even
to
end
it.
up owning up
Accept
to it?
responsibility. The same thing that you said ALR didn't do with all her lies, and accepting responsibility and just saying, you know what?
Also, why did she just not be like, no, I'm not on drugs? I'd be like, oh, well, I relapsed. Once again, victimizing, sympathy baiting. Like, come on.
I fucked up. Let me make it up to you. Let me just be the person that I was before I started the goddamn drugs.
Clock that.
Something. Give me something, because I'm telling you right now, I will never recrown to Glass. Nothing.
1 second.
I will
guys.
stop supporting you.
I'm about to have a TTS come through. I'm so
It
sorry.
got nothing to do with me.
It's such a lag. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
At Rocky_book donated $5. Jersey, I showed you compassion even though you said terrible things about Batgirl and Tommy. You're a fake bish. What you did to Soph disgusts me.
Who gives a fuck about Batgirl and Tommy right now?
Okay, sorry, it's over. Did y'all hear that?
No.
Rocky BB, Jersey, I showed you compassion. Even though you said terrible things about Batgirl and Tommy, you're a fake bitch. What you did to Soph disgusts me. I'm sorry, there y'all go.
Own up to it right now.
I did at the beginning of the.
Really quickly, I want to say, Andrea Aussie in the chat said, nah, I doubt she relapsed. She's using it for an excuse. I wouldn't say that I doubt she relapsed. I believe she did, but I do believe that she's using it as an excuse.
Well, me popping up on the stream.
No, you didn't. Because the things that you are saying are lies. Sophie was not taking the fertility drugs at the time. She had no idea she was pregnant. So you go ahead and say, well, she was fucking drinking. What the fuck? How many people have drank until the time they found out they were pregnant or smoked or whatever? And then they find out they're pregnant and boom, she didn't even have time to fucking find out.
Right.
You need to apologize for that shit on glass tomorrow morning.
But that's the thing, the apology wouldn't be real because, like, last night, she went up and gave her real feelings. Her real feelings are that she thinks that it's not her fault. Like, she didn't talk shit. Like, that's the problem. Like, even if she apologizes, it's fake. Why even want the apology? That's my thing.
Secondly,
and I'm gonna be real, that's low-key even why I cut her off. Because I know even whatever she says to me is just gonna be fake. Like, she's just gonna be like, oh yeah, like, to me, I wasn't talking shit. I was just airing out my grievances. Well, why not air out your grievances with me? Why air them out with everybody but me?
The shit with Zay, girl, you need to back the hell off on that. You really do. You spun your narrative and it's not making sense.
Nope,
it's really not. I've seen the screenshots. Your story is not what you're perceiving it to be or whatever you're making it up to be. I have never, ever betrayed you, talked shit about you or nothing. And I'm sorry that I'm doing it on a show right now. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm fucking livid when I'm listening to Sophie cry over what's happened to her and what she's going through. And now to have all of this shit blown out on the fucking internet.
Not that part. Now, let me just say one thing. Because Keem was saying some weird bullshit today about, oh, you know, they want to run Jersey off the internet. They want Jersey to quit. I don't want Jersey to quit. I want her to stay there, be accountable for her actions, and actually have to feel even a quarter of what Soph had to feel watching that stream that day where Jersey thought that it was okay to say the shit that she said about her. Jersey should have to feel the way that Soph felt. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I think she'll even feel a fraction of it? No. She's just gonna keep victimizing herself. Hello, play.
Internet, and she has a degree and she had a career before she came here and she was thinking about going back to it, but now she's afraid this shit is gonna pop if the fucking job ever goes ahead. I mean,
I don't think anyone would go like IRL on some shit like that. If she has shit that she wants to do outside of the LCU, I genuinely don't think that would.
Not.
So why? That's not the fucking point. It's not the fucking point. Who cares? Oh, if it could fucking happen, don't say that shit. Don't make accusations. That's her biggest fucking problem. And I used to have problems with her doing this shit on the show. I'm sure you guys have seen multiple examples of it. She would make the craziest accusation about somebody, not say allegedly or anything, just like full face value, just say somebody was a PDF. You can't say shit like that unless you have proof. And even then, you want to put allegedly behind it because you're risking a fucking lawsuit. Like, that's crazy.
That's the point. The point is you put this shit out there like she's a horrid person. Now, we all know I wasn't a huge Soph fan. She made me laugh sometimes, but that's about it. But at the same time, she is a woman. If you stand by women and you are all for the girls, why the fuck are you making up these narratives to sound like, oh, she was abusing her unborn child by fucking drinking? Explain that to me.
I mean, I definitely did.
You did. You just did it on the last show you were on. Oh, she was drinking with Tina and Batgirl.
And you did it here.
She didn't know she was pregnant and you fucking knew that.
Yup. The silence.
Yeah, I didn't think you had anything to fucking say. Good luck. I'm not supporting Glass anymore. I think I'm just going to support Cat Lady since she seems to have a fucking mind of her own and not following the fucking bullshit that you are. Oh, yeah, and in 12 hours, you're fucked. Have a nice day tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
The silence was loud. Loud. Now, I've seen a lot of people in the chat saying, Zay, Keem swept for her. Well, let's go check it out, y'all. Let's go see what the fuck went down. I didn't see the full stream because obviously I went live over here, but I'm sure they said some shit. Let's see. Let's see how they brought out the Zambonis for this one. Oh, look at the little woe is me face put on. Aw.
Gentlemen, welcome to Lolcow Glass. What's up, glassholes? You might want to get on the Discord, tell your friends and family that a monumental, earth-breaking, internet-shattering episode of Glass is happening today, but of course I'm not here alone.
We're skipping through this boring-ass intro.
To poor little whatnot, and it's successful and it succeeds for you, and you get your entertainment and whatnot. And ultimately today, multiple things happened to poor little Rosie.
Poor little Rosie, bro! The immediate victimization!
Where she was about ready to call it quits. And I stepped in and I said, absolutely frigging not. We ain't doing that.
Of course not. You gotta milk that cow till the fucking udders fall off.
Yeah, that's what we're here to do today. I think one of the main things that needs to be addressed is Sophie. It came out, not Rosie didn't leak it. I didn't leak it. Nobody leaked it. But it came out today that Sophie did end up quitting the show because she had a miscarriage, and she's the one that put that out there. And it's heartbreaking and unfortunate. Now, Sophie is like upset with Rosie and how Rosie handled it on the show. But I'm here primarily because it's not really Rosie's fault. It's not really Jersey's fault.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not her fault that she said the things she said. Yeah. What could the possible sweep excuse for this be? Yeah, it's not her fault she said any of the things she said. What are you gonna directly say you told her to say that? Because unless it's that.
You know, it's more my fault. And I reached out to Sophie to let her know that. Because when this horrible thing took place, you know, Jersey was worried about, like, what do I do? You know, this was only happening like an hour before the show. And I gave some advice to Jersey, which Sophie understands. I said, go in there and just play the victim that everyone quits on you. You know what I mean? You got to have some sort of show.
So you did. So let's be honest, this is nobody's fault but hers that she couldn't come up with any other way to fucking do a show than let's play the woe is me victim episode. If that's the only show plan she could come up with for the day and couldn't even come up with it for herself, are we joking here? That's a show?
And, you know, I guess I didn't think that this might offend and upset Sophie along the way, which it seems like it has. So I'm partly to blame for that. And I let Sophie know, and Sophie kind of dropped things for now.
All right, we're going to move ahead a little bit more because, yeah.
Moment, and it was I definitely selfish.
Set up the stream, and it was like, everybody. Go ahead, Rosie, I'll let you speak for yourself.
I genuinely would like to issue an apology to Soph. How I handled the whole situation and how I doubled down on it, how I talked about it. It was beyond fucked up. And
yeah,
I was selfish, and I was thinking about I was thinking about the show in the moment. And as a woman, that's just not the way to go about things. I definitely should have been way more supportive.
The apology's only coming now. This is like apologizing because you got caught doing the bad thing. The apology's only coming now because everybody's turning on her. It's not because she's actually fucking sorry. How she felt was how she felt last night when she went up on multiple streams saying the same fucking thing, bruh. Like, this bullshit. This is already on 1.25 speed, but I'm putting it on 1.5 because it's hella slow.
I definitely spoke out of a place of emotion in the heat of the moment, and it was fucked up. Like, there's no other way to say it. There's no excusing it. It was fucked up. And I genuinely do apologize to her. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And I really hope that she's okay. And I hope that, you know.
You wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy, but you did wish it on your friend.
Her and her fiance are okay right now in this time. But yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up how I handled it.
It's just, there's a lot of context to the situation. Like, you know, Sophie has quit multiple times, right? And for not serious reasons like this time. And going into this, one of Jersey's biggest fears was like, she kept going to Sophie, please do not quit on me, right? So when this took place, you know, it's not like you don't believe her, but it's just like, you know, if you put the context of everything, it made things very confusing.
Do you not think that Soph lost more that day than Rosie did? Are we really gonna act like Rosie's a victim right now? Like, come on, y'all. This is so... Oh my god. Let me see if there's actually transcripts. Unfortunately, of course not. Let me skip ahead in this further, though.
But yeah, it was fucking stupid. It was stupid to...
Okay. Oh. Okay. Hold up. I guess we're talking about something else now.
Biggest fears was like she kept going to Sophie, please, if you put the
I really I fucked up. A lot of things, not even just the Soph situation, but a lot of things are coming to light, and I feel like a complete fucking moron. I have no excuse or excuses for how I handled any of this shit. But yeah, specifically with the Soph thing, I genuinely feel like fucking garbage for what I did. And to be real with you, when I got up yesterday on like the couple shows that I was on, I doubled down because I got defensive, and not because that's how I actually feel about the situation, but
like you can't. The jokes write themselves, y'all. Miss Nanners, welcome to Hot Dog Gang.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid. It was stupid to lie about the shit that I've lied about. It was stupid to do any of the shit that I've done.
Let's just slow down, so we, we're really transparent to the audience.
She's so slow. We're on
let's go back to
1.5
Soph,
speed.
right? Because we got all day. We got all day to sit here and take our L's. All right, we got all day to take L's. You and Sophie are a great fucking team, a great team, right? And I think that she will eventually realize one of the reasons that you acted the way you did is because you wanted that team. You wanted her here.
Sophie don't gotta realize shit. Soph don't gotta realize anything. Soph don't gotta fucking ever forgive this bitch if she don't want to, because this bitch had no bit of empathy when she was going through one of the hardest days of her fucking life. Fuck you. Fuck this narrative. It's so fucking dumb.
You know?
Yeah, I felt like Glass was, and there's no offense to Snow Glass at all, I feel like we also mesh really well, but I feel like with Soph, I felt comfortable being myself in a way that I hadn't even been able to show the Glass audience at that point. And so like I said, I was selfish and I just wanted to make it work at all costs. And I said some really insensitive shit as a result.
Poop Guy said this is a pathetic sweep. I think we're crushing this sweep. Can I?
All right, let's skip ahead in the sweep.
I think that was weird because I know Sophie wants to come back at some point.
There's no other way for me to say it. I fucked up.
I talked to Soph. That's bad, Jersey.
Yeah, I know.
To fans and shit about some of the other times.
Yeah.
But all right, moving on to the next thing. I mean, I think this is pretty freaking obvious that you're being gay-opped like a motherfucker, right? You know, Glass was created by Lindsay. You guys had kind of a parasocial fan base, all right? You were in group chats with some of the fans. Y'all were talking shit about some of the other shows that you were fighting with. At some point, Jersey did a major no-no and took the report card.
What's this y'all shit? Because who's y'all? I was not a part of the bully hate guild. That was all Rosie. This was not a y'all activity. The only group chat that I took part in was the one that was me, Psych, and Danny. And there was one that had me, Raina, and Rosie in it at one point, but that one hasn't been used in a mad long time. Yeah. You can't find a single screenshot on me with a shit list. The worst message I think that you could find out of the group chat was me probably calling somebody annoying. There were people who definitely annoyed me in VC, and I'd say that I found them annoying. I'd be like, holy shit, this person is hella annoying me right now. That's about the extent of my shit talking. So don't wrap me up in all this weird shit.
Of your former show, Snowgoff, Fluff, and gave it to
Zaki said leaking our group chat now. I forgot. We actually do have a group chat with Rosie. You're right. We never type in there, ever. I think we talk in there like once in a blue moon, and you mostly send us clips.
Fans to talk shit on.
Schlau Schaff said, did you know Rosie was doing this though? Okay, let's actually, let me get into my side of things. So let me give you guys the story of how I found out about this group chat. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware that I had to step away from hosting for a little bit when my stepfather passed away, and I went up north to go be with my mom so I could help her get some stuff done. During that time, apparently is supposedly when this was made, but I come to learn it was like made much longer ago than that, but that's what I was told. So anywho, during that time, I wasn't really like in the VCs or anything, but afterwards, when I was joining, I kept getting like this weird vibe because of the people that were in that group chat would like say things to each other about stuff that like, they were like, oh, this in the chat, like it would be in the side chat, and then there was nothing in the side chat. So I eventually got like a weird vibe, and I asked one of the people in the group chat, like, hey, is there a group chat going on without me in it that has Rosie in it? Because you guys seem to all be in on the know on some shit that I'm not in on the know on. And I was told basically, not that I was like crazy, but that I was being paranoid. And my thing was, I was like, why would you guys have a group chat that doesn't have me in it unless you were talking shit about me? Couldn't get like a straight answer on that. Come to find out later, they were talking shit about my other friends in there. So basically, then I went to Rosie about it, like, I think a day or two later. It was like before the stream even started. We like were on a call and I confronted her and I was like, yo, are you in a group chat with these other people? Because they told me like you guys do have a group chat, but like it's not really active and it was just used like one day when you said you were having a bad day mentally. So then she like tells me, yeah, there is this group chat, like starts telling me like what's going on in there. Like she's like, I wouldn't have told you couldn't have joined the group chat. Like I would have invited you to the group chat. Like I would have never tried to leave you out. And then I was like, well, who's being like talked about in there like that they would not make me like not want to invite me? And she started going down the list of like people that were on that like shit list or whatever and like talking about like the people that they were talking about in there. And I realized that they had been talking about like some of my closest friends. So I asked her like, hey, what was the shit they were saying? And it was like crazy shit being said about people in there, like slanderous accusations type shit in there. So then it all blew up and one of the people in the group chat and Rosie got into a huge fight, specifically about the whole steak gooning bullshit. So, Lisi leaked this. I'm not the one leaking this. Lisi already put it on her stream. There was a message in there where Rosie basically admitted that she had like sex dreams about steak and it blew up into the whole fucking fight because like Rosie, when she confronted this person, the person went off and told her that she was a steak gooner. And so Rosie got really upset. So she added me to the group chat to have me come in to defend her. But before I could even type anything, everybody left the group chat. So I've seen everything that they wrote in the Bully Hate Guild, but I was never a part of it until the day that the group chat stopped existing because they literally all left right after. Like if I were to show you the group chat right now, it would just show me, Rosie, and a deleted user in there. That's it. So that's my side of the group chat. I didn't know. Oh, and I want to be clear. After I found out about these activities that Rosie was doing in there, I had a conversation with her and I was like, this shit cannot go on. I was like, if you want to have a group chat with like other fucking people in it, it's going to have me in it from now on because like you were getting like on a weird level with these fans and it was not the first incident of her having like a very too closely personal relationship with like supporters. Like, okay, it's one thing to have like you're gonna make friends in the Discord over time, but she had not known these people long enough yet to be telling them the things she was telling them and saying to them the things she was saying to them. Like it was just like keep your friends close type thing, and these people were like not really her friends. Tom said it was so obvious there was an in-group. Yeah, and I had heard about this. Like, multiple people had reported to me that they felt like they were ganged up on by this group of people in the VC, and I was like, I'm not really in the VC enough to have seen this shit, and they wouldn't do anything when I was in there. But then when it all came out, like, I was like, no more of this. Like, I was not fucking with that shit at all. And so any group chat that I knew about that she was in, I said I had to take part in from then on because I did not trust her to be in group chats with supporters and not, like, talking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's bad, Jersey.
Yeah. I know it's really bad.
There we go.
Like,
I mean,
not...
oh, sorry, you go. But I mean, at the time, Foxy was like, let's go after Glass, let's start a war. So I mean, I get where you're coming from, but you know, so I'm like
I don't know. I think that was a screenshot she sent to host chat and somebody in DMs. That's like a whole different thing they're talking about. I want to get to the part where Keem goes on his like fucking big old rant. I don't know when it is.
Zay was gonna quit, but you didn't tell me. Is that true? I think one of the main stories is that you knew Zay was gonna quit, but you didn't tell me. Is that true? Because just forget everything of what was said. Right? Just lay out the truth now, because that's the only way we're getting a fresh start here.
Yeah, we were talking about potentially leaving together. We had discussed it a couple different times. We kind of both said
someone said laughing my ass off. Okay, spin that narrative. Wait, so you mean that Zay Zudit is
Spoople said, so what I'm hearing is the gay op side check wasn't Hoa X3 and was potentially fueled by Rosie to keep the flame away from her chats. Wait, I'm a little confused. But I mean, I know she was the main person upset about that side server.
Constantly talking shit on Jersey.
Right.
That's not happening. You mean that there isn't people over in their Discord making alts to come in Discord and try to get motherfuckers to come over there? You don't mean that there isn't a whole fucking stream plan to dunk on Jersey again?
Yep.
Oh, that isn't happening? Oh, I'm spinning a fucking...
Wait, a stream plan to dump on Jersey after she went and dumped on Soph on 2 different streams last night? You think she doesn't deserve this one? You think she should just get off scot-free? Dump it on Soph? I don't.
Narrative, more like you're retarded, bro. You what is this? What is your high school education? You can't figure this out? Really?
They have a whole countdown. They're like 12 hours,
Who's that
10
dude?
hours.
Dude, Pink Chubby Choo Choo said, spin that narrative. That narrative. That's a narrative, or is that not actually taking place?
Right.
Fucking retard. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Do you have a single piece of proof that anybody from my Discord went in there on an alt to actually siphon people over, or is that just your narrative? Because anytime anybody leaves, they've always done the most heinous shit to you. Like, notice how anytime somebody leaves the universe, he will always have this, like, crazy story of how they've wronged him. No, I just left and I didn't answer your DM. That's really it. And he's just salty that I fucking talk shit about him. He's mad that I said that he fucking gooned for Lynx. He did goon for Lynx. It's on a fucking recorded phone call, buddy. You gooned for her. What? You can't take it back now.
Anyhow, let's continue.
But yeah, we both pretty much agreed that like, hey, if she pretty much said like, hey, if we don't get paid like a certain amount, then like we should, you know, start making plans to like do our own thing.
She also said, and the amount was $3,000. We both agreed if our paycheck was under $3,000 that we would leave together. And she just didn't have the fucking balls to leave. Let's just call a spade a spade. She realistically just didn't believe in the fact that getting monetized would happen the way it did. Like, she did not think I would see any sort of success on my channel. Guaranteed that.
Agreed. I'm gonna be honest. And it kind of was like a back and forth for a little while, and then when like leading up to it, when everything actually like took place, the day that she quit, or the night that she quit, it was the first of the month, and like normally the first of the month is like a good month, I mean a good day for us, and it just wasn't. And she was like, okay,
what do you mean?
I think
What do you mean?
Admin has 24 super chatted $10. I have gotten a message from one of Voldazuted's people trying to get me to leave LCU and go over to them, talking shit about.
Did they provide a screenshot, or did they just put it on a TTS?
Can somebody read that slowly for the retard in the chat?
Yeah,
it's that nice and slow.
It says, I'm talking.
Right,
motherfucker. I guess I ain't spinning shit. I guess I just slapped you in the fucking face with some facts. Huh?
You literally took somebody's donation, a random super chat, as if it was facts. Unless you got screenshots of someone literally doing that, I don't believe you. You will make up any fucking narrative and have everyone in your fucking cult spin the same fucking shit.
Continue.
So yeah, that day after the stream, she was like, yeah, I'm thinking about going, like I'm gonna talk to S1K about it, but like I think I'm done. And then later on throughout the night, she told me like, yeah, I'm actually gonna quit. And when she did bring it up to me and she was like where's your head at, I was like, I'm gonna be so for real. Like, I just dealt with what I dealt with the whole fucking relapse situation, and I wasn't in any type of like good.
Why does she keep bringing up the relapse? You guys saw the messages. I showed them at the beginning of the stream. Did she mention the relapse one time in the messages with me? No. But why does she keep bringing it up on the screen? Because she wants to really hammer it in for the audience that she had a relapse. We get it. That had nothing to do with the messages. You said it was about your financial issues.
Space mentally to even.
Jersey, I don't expect, if your co-host tells you I'm thinking about quitting, I don't expect you to immediately run to me and tell me. You want to know why? What if
Miss Nanner said, didn't Keem try to add people in Little Smokies to try and get them to come back? Yeah, he literally did. Multiple people came into the VCs to literally tell me about it. It was like people that were like Crown specifically. I don't really want to say their names if they want to like literally like say who they are in chat, but they have been reached out to by Keem himself. He has literally called them.
you run to me and you tell me, and then she decides not to quit, then you're a snitch.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why is a story. This is like
I did consider her a friend. Like I didn't want to snitch on her. I didn't.
This is just like, how can we make Jersey look bad so we can get the fucking glass holes to think that we're the good guys and Jersey's the bad? How can we do that? It's an obvious gay op. This is stupid as fuck. It's never gonna fucking work. Zay Zudit has never had a fucking co-host that she didn't snake. And in fact,
I've never had a co-host I didn't snake. Didn't snake Rosie. Definitely didn't snake Buff. Actually, my falling out with Buff was totally unrelated to anything in the LCU. In fact, it had something to do with what he did outside of the LCU. I'm cool with Billy. So what are we on about here? Who did I snake? Also, to say that, like, I'm trying to convince people that, like, I'm the one in the right or whatever the fuck, I'm actually not the one who bans people for being in my server if they're in your server. I'm not the one telling people they can't go and watch the Glass channel. I'm not telling people they can't go watch the LCU. You are telling people they can't come over to my shit. Like, the real answer here is you are trying to spin a narrative and make it so that people are only listening to your side of it, but people are actually coming over and hearing what I have to say and realizing that not everything you're saying is true. You can keep spinning this lie however you want, but the messages don't lie. Rosie knew I was leaving. She knew 6 hours before I was leaving. In fact, if I left at midnight, she even had, like, how many fucking... Her to say I left 2 hours before the stream isn't even factual with when I left the Discord. I left the Discord at midnight. The show is at 2 p.m. the next day. She had plenty of time to figure something out instead of play the fucking victim. She played the victim for pity to you guys, the audience, so that you would all donate to her in pity, feeling like I'm this bad guy who betrayed her. And it definitely worked on a lot of people. It definitely did. And they're gonna keep running that narrative for as long as they can.
I have no idea because I can't tell you the last time I had spaghetti.
Emo, if you just watched Glass the last few months, you can see that Rosie was constantly derailing the shows they planned and showing up late.
It wasn't that hard to recognize. Thank you very much, Restoroni.
today, in a little bit, we're gonna call one buff weeb. Fuck with me, bitch. Fuck with me. I will go 100 miles per minute on every... By the way, I'm adding every single person.
Call one buff bum, the guy I carried on a show for fucking months. Woo. You want to talk about people that remind me of each other? Rosie and Buff. Honestly, remind me of each other. Every problem that they have in their lives is self-inflicted. Let me tell y'all a funny story about Buff. I remember one time Buff, he was talking about on a show that he had a rat in his kitchen. This motherfucker let a rat live in the oven in his kitchen for 4 fucking months because he didn't want to get it out or call or like pay to have somebody come take it out. This is the same guy who, by the way, had me do an IRL where I went out and met random people on the street. I ran into homeless people. He offered to pay the homeless people money. He never gave them money because I paid them out of my pocket and he said he would pay me back for it later, never paid me back. We did hella fucking goals on Nerds where we like gave away merch and almost, every single person that was owed merch got merch. I was gonna say, I bought almost every single one. I did buy all of them. There's not a single one that I can think of offhand right now that Buff fucking paid for. Every single time we did like a goal where it was like we have to give something to the fans, I paid for it out of fucking pocket. Like, I carried this guy on a fucking show for fucking months. And then he got pissed that Keem fucking took me off and put me on Rewind. That's that. It's that fucking simple. Lieutenant Aries said so we never used the oven. He didn't go in the kitchen. He boarded off his fucking kitchen for 4 fucking months and let a rat live in there. This is the same motherfucker who would go in the VCs venting to my man about how he didn't like his girlfriend, didn't want to be with his girlfriend, literally has his girlfriend being the sole breadwinner because she was out here working at a supermarket so he could be a fucking streamer, dogging his girlfriend in the VCs to all the guys. Just saying. That's the Buff they're gonna bring in.
Your fucking Discord today. Fuck around, find out. You are not Keemstar. You are not me. You're never gonna be me. I don't give a fuck. My family and friends are over the campsite. I'm right here because I'm not gonna let you do that to my fans and to my fucking people. That is fucking bullshit. Nobody fucked with you on your way out. Nobody fucked with you. Nobody said shit about you. Nobody went after your fucking fans that left with you. Nobody did shit. This is not going to fucking work. The other day she was up there.
Did he just say nobody fucked with me? Are all 300 of you here right now just here to troll me? What's happening? I would like to say, like, the problem isn't that nobody fucked with me. The problem is that you, Keem, always told people not to fuck with me. You were the one who said my voice was annoying. You were the one who said I sucked. You were the one who pushed all of that. Don't act like, oh, well, I kept you here. You were the one pushing that narrative that I was this shit, untalented fucking person. So don't try to spin it now and be like, oh, well, I did so much for you. You never changed that narrative. You were the one pushing it. And I fought against that. And to be honest, I think I came out pretty damn good.
Yeah, you know, Keem's not really getting married and da-da-da-da. Oh, he's a gooner. You're a fucking sex worker for a living. What the fuck are you saying, you stupid fucking bitch?
Oh! The misogyny comes out when he's angry. Yo, that's so crazy. Y'all want to know how I got hired for the LCU? You want to know how I got hired for the LCU? I was in the locale Discord server. Queens was not working. I responded to Keem with the message saying, hey, I can out-entertain all of these bitches. He responded to me saying, oh, you're kind of bad though. And I said, I am bad. Check my Instagram. He looked at my Instagram and gave me the YouTuber role. What about sex workers? Oh, my sex work Instagram that you looked at to give me the YouTuber role? Oh yeah, that's a little interesting.
Fuck you.
To be fair, I'm also a sex worker. I'm
just saying. How you calling anyone? You sound fucking retarded. All these little moves ain't gonna fucking work. Because I got it for days on your ass. So keep trying.
What do you got for days on my ass? We can play. We can have a good time. I'll play around. I love a good game. Also, we got Shrazamil with the one Hot Dog Gang gifted. Thank you.
I'm mad because nobody did anything. Jersey's new to the LCU. Zay was here for a whole year. She knew every little trick and every little thing, and she deployed everything on Jersey. And is Jersey wrong for certain things? Absolutely. And she's here to take accountability. But this is not about, I'm a good person, you're a bad person. This is strictly a psychopath fucking business move to snake your fan base. That's all.
A psychopath business move to snake your fan base. Yo, this is so funny. He's so pressed. He's so pressed that I left. Like, can we just call it what it is? He's just mad that I left because he thought when I left that nobody would leave with me, that I wouldn't be successful, that everyone always believed that I was untalented and that my voice was annoying because that's what he said. And he's mad that his narrative that he tried to push on me for a year and a half didn't fucking work and that people actually left with me. Crazy concept.
This is about. This is all this will ever fucking be. And I'm fucking mad. And anyone that's a fan of the show, you should be fucking upset too, because this is bullshit, bro.
I was literally in main chat
earlier.
Everybody was like, Snowgirl, speak on this. And I was like, it feels like a fucking witch hunt. And that's my fucking opinion. And people were like, you're fucking stupid. But like,
it feels like a witch hunt. Do we all forget that this all started with Rosie coming into my chat to complain that I said that Glass was an ALR show? Are we all forgetting that it started there? Maybe if Rosie could have just had the phone call with me that we had scheduled out multiple times with our two friends to talk things out, and instead prioritized everything else in her life for days because there was a literal 48-hour window that she was supposed to call us, never did. Maybe if she did that, we wouldn't be here. She instead decided to run her mouth in my chat. So you want to play the you're going to try to expose me publicly game? I'll expose you publicly.
I'm glad you agree with me, Kingstar. You know what I mean?
Thank you for the W's, Pesci. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. It's just like, it just hurts my feelings, right? Here, Jersey is left by herself, and then you got to do this snake move on top of it and paint her as like the worst person ever. It's bullshit. It's not true. You're not a fucking evil person.
Then she should have just left. If she didn't want to be left there by herself, she's not a victim. She's a 30-year-old woman. I'm 25.
Anyone that has gotten a chance to know you knows you're not a fucking horrible, mean fucking person. Do you say stupid shit? Yes. You know who else does? Me and everyone else here. We all put our foot in our mouth from time to time. But I'm not going to let them paint you as some fucking evil person just so they can steal your fans. Fuck that. You know how much I had to do to just plead with Rosie to do today's show? She wants to quit, bro. They're trying to bully her off the internet, so y'all motherfuckers head over there. I'm not allowing it, dude. This ain't right, bro. You're not the good person. You're actual evil for this. This ain't fucking right.
I didn't say that I was gonna quit.
Dude, chilly. He went from calling me talentless to acting like I'm a mastermind going to steal a bunch of his viewers. Which one is it? Am I a psycho evil mastermind who's so good at these business moves, or am I just this untalented streamer that you picked up and carried to the top? Which one is it? Or is it just somewhere in the middle? where I was actually semi-good at streaming. I streamed a little bit before I joined the LCU. I learned how to stream with other people. I learned how to get better at talking on camera when I was there because I spent more time streaming. Maybe it's just somewhere in the middle.
Because, like, I didn't want to take accountability. It was more so just like, okay, like, the damage is done. I don't know how to repair this. I don't know how to fix this. I've never been in a situation like this in my life. And I feel like a lot of things just blew the fuck up. And I don't know how to mend things. I don't know how to mend things. So,
Jersey, you just got to admit what the fuck you did was wrong. That's
Yeah,
it.
it
And move- and
absolutely
move the
was.
fuck on. And if some people think you're an evil, fucking lying, fucking horrible person, they're gonna go. But most people here know that that's not fucking true. I'm here because I know that's not true.
Yeah. Tell him. You tell him, buddy.
But yeah, no, what I did was definitely fucked up.
All right. Well, we got like 20 minutes into this, but it is usually when I end my stream. I will finish this, but I'm probably going to have to finish this either like another stream later or I'm going to do another stream tomorrow just because I genuinely need to take a break from all of this fucking shit for a little bit. Fucking eat, do all that good stuff. But I probably will just do a second stream later tonight, if that's cool with y'all. I know there's Love Island though, so I'll have to plan around that and all that good stuff. But if not, then I'll do an afternoon stream tomorrow because I am going to be doing a gaming stream with some friends tomorrow night. We will be playing Fraud Squad. Also, Sunday night in the VC, we will be doing... Sunday night. I mean, Sunday afternoon. Probably around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be playing Mecha Chameleon as our first Little Smokies gaming event. Also, I know we didn't spin the movie wheel today, so we're going to spin the movie wheel tomorrow for sure, or the stream I do later. It just depends on whatnot. So make sure you get your movie picks in, priority wheel, all that good stuff. But I really need to go eat some fucking food, and then we'll get back into all this good stuff, because that'll give me some time to timestamp this and all that, because right now we're just jumping off with no timestamps, no fucking transcripts, none of that, so I just have to assume what they're gonna say. But yeah, let me know. I think 4 p.m. should work for UK time for Sunday, but if that doesn't work, we might change that a little bit. But anyways, I will see you guys back again either later today or tomorrow. I'll let you know what's going on in the Discord. The Discord is free. You can join the Discord even if you're not a member. But if you are a member, you can join us for the Mecha Chameleon gaming event that's going to be this Sunday. You just got to be a little smoky or higher. Anyways, I'll see you guys back again either later or tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, Exile's live. Let me redirect. All right, we're going to send all of you guys over to Exile, who is live right now. He is playing a modded version of Smash Bros. Today. I love when Exile plays Smash Bros, so I'll definitely be in the chat, and I hope to see you guys there. Help Exile get to 500 subs. Please, you guys would be all super cool if all 300 of you went and go and sub to him right now. Anyway.